Hey everybody, it's Old School Hard back with another video for you guys. So first things first, if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please hit the subscription button down below. Please like this video, share this video on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And if you have not watched my latest video, Are Gays the Storyline at Your Church, please go back and watch that video and share it for me, please. So let's get to this video. Man, if you know me, you know that I like talking about controversial things. The reviews that I've done have been quite controversial. Some of the things that I've said have rubbed people the wrong way. And I'm telling you, for 2019, if you're a part of the groupthink, if you like tradition, then I'll probably tick you off in 2019 as well. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. And so I wanted to have this discussion because, man, people have been coming out of the woodworks and expressing how they feel about this situation. And so I said, let me give my little 2 cents on it as well. So we are talking about B. Smith. If you do not know who B. Smith is, she is a prominent restaurant owner in the 90s, Black woman, Black owned business, owned restaurants in some of the biggest parts of New York as a Black woman in the 90s, spectacular. She had 3 restaurants. She had her own cooking show, some of which you can still watch, I believe, on Bounce TV, if I'm correct. She has written books. She has had a lot of actors and actresses in and out of her restaurant, supporting the business, supporting the show. Some of her features have included Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, who of course has the Patty Pies now. She's written cookbooks. She's also had decor featured in Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, so she is just an amazing Black woman, amazing. In 2014, however, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So she released a statement, did a couple of interviews where she wanted to erase the stigma and fear of people of her notoriety coming out and saying that they are diagnosed with Alzheimer's. We do know that a lot of people will not come out and talk about Alzheimer's as much, but B. Smith was courageous enough to share with the world, us, that she had Alzheimer's in 2014. So in December of 2018, I guess maybe a newspaper or some type of media decided to do an update on how B. Smith was doing. B. Smith is now being taken care of, not now, but has been taken care of by her husband, Dan Gaspy, who she's been married to since 1992. So he is the one who gave the update on how she is doing because, of course, as the years has progressed, so has the disease, the Alzheimer's disease. It progresses. And so, of course, she could not do the interview. He did it for her. And so as he was discussing some of the challenges of taking care of his beloved wife, he also revealed that he is in a relationship with another woman and that woman lives in the house with him and B. Smith. Now, a lot of people were upset about this thing, y'all. A lot of people were in their feelings about this thing because they could not understand how a man who was still married moved in his girlfriend to help take care of B. Smith. Now, he didn't just move in anybody, honey. He moved in Becky. So not only does he have another woman in the house as he takes care of B. Smith, he moved into Becky. So, I mean, people are saying, wow, Black men don't know how to do to death do them part. Black women will do everything when a person is sick, and they will remain faithful, and they will remain in love with that person and be a caretaker and do all they can until that person passes away. Well, I am here to tell you that no go for me. Okay? No go for me. And I am telling you this from experience, and I'm not telling you this just to be an opposite of opinion. No go. I love that Dan Gaspy came out and was honest with his situation and what he's dealing with as he takes care of B. Smith. I love that he was very honest, because this gives us an opportunity to have a discussion on what death do you part mean, and in sickness and in health means as it relates to marriage. I know firsthand what it's like to deal with someone with Alzheimer's. I had a great grandmother who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when I was about 15 years old. My great grandmother lived for 13 or 14 years with Alzheimer's. Like literally, I was in high school when she was diagnosed. I was in grad school when she passed away. So she lived a very, very long time with the debilitating disease. And so it's super, super hard. We did not put her in a nursing home or rehabilitation facility. The family gathered together and we took care of her. My grandmother had the chunk of the responsibility along with my grandfather. So I got to see firsthand how hard it is on the caretaker. So I will say this, even if you don't agree with how Dan Gaspy is doing it, I have no problem with what Dan Gaspy is doing it. When I tell you that Alzheimer's is a hard, very hard, and on your P's and Q's types of disease to deal with, it is. If you don't know, Alzheimer's people, and you will find out from nursing home, you can call any nursing home, and they've got every lock, every sounding alarm on every door, because Alzheimer patients, they don't know that they're escaping. They just think that they're doing what they're supposed to do. But they end up running away a lot. And I don't mean running away, but they end up leaving a lot. And so B. Smith has dealt with that. She just walked out of the house one day and was walking, and thankfully somebody found her. But you have to be on your P's and Q's because they do stuff like that. They also lose the ability to do daily living activities. And as Alzheimer progresses, daily living activities kind of go on the back burner in that person's mind. They're not aware that they aren't able to do it. So you can think of living with B. Smith as she owned a restaurant, right? So there was a lot of cooking going on. So if there was a lot of cooking going on, then you know that B. Smith may start the stove and then walk away. She may start the stove, put some water on there, and then walk away. It is a hard task. And so Dan Gaspy, who's been married to her since 1992, has his hands full. And what I've heard a lot of people say on this subject is, well, they've got Alzheimer's groups, right? They've got Alzheimer's support groups. He could go to a support group if he needs some support, but you know, he is married, so death do him part. Her disease is not going to get any better. She's not going to remember him. So my question to you guys is, should he lack in intimacy if she's not able to do it? And if she does not know who he is? Should he lack in a relationship because she don't know who she is and she is dealing with this disease? That is my question to you. And I believe that I believe that he should not. Is he doing what he's supposed to do as far as taking care of her? Yes, he is. Because the reality is he could divorce her and put her in a nursing home and pay for it and go about his life and have a relationship with somebody else. That's not what he's choosing to do. What he's choosing to do is still take very good care of B. Smith, but also to have a relationship with another woman. And he picked a woman who decided to assist him in that. Now, she could be bogus too and tell him to leave, and she's not doing that. Now, do I care for the Becky thing? I don't really care for the Becky thing. I don't really care. And here's what we need to do as Black people. If we're going to talk about somebody, especially the way that they're talking about Dan Gaspy, now let's get our information correct. B. Smith, yes, she has a lot of money. She probably does have a lot of money. She probably does contribute greatly to that household. But Dan is no slouch. Dan never was a slouch. He orchestrated the Essence Music Award show. That was him. That was Dan. Dan has always had a very good job in marketing and events. So he has made money too. And don't underestimate B. Smith to not choose a man of a great caliber. If you look at her videos, you see that she exudes excellence and dignity and strength before her disease. So she didn't pick somebody that she didn't think could take responsibility of her. And here's the thing also, we don't know if B. Smith, when she got that diagnosis and she's sitting there at that doctor's office and she's in the car with her husband on the way home, if she goes, I don't want you to live your life just for me and not have a life. We don't know if she had that conversation with him or not. How selfish of us to assume that a person has to leave their whole life and lose their whole life in order to take care of somebody. That's selfish. That's possession. And here in the United States, we have a big problem with that. We have a European mindset, concept of marriage and what is ours, you know. I believe he's doing right by her, but I believe that we have to examine really what it means till death do us part, and also in sickness and in health. I don't believe that it means lacking intimacy. I don't believe that it means in giving yourself away completely to a person, even though the person is helpless in their state of mind and in their body. So I applaud Dan Gaspy because he is doing right by B. Smith. He's keeping his promise to B. Smith. He's loving on B. Smith, and he has that lady there. Now, my only concern is hopefully B. Smith wasn't pro-black or very, very woke. And hopefully she liked white women, because my only thing would be is if she wasn't a big fan of white women, it was wrong for him to bring Becky in the house. Don't be bringing Becky if you already know B. Smith ain't here for that type of stuff. Shout out to you, Dan, for doing the right thing and for still knowing that you need relationship and you need someone by your side as you take care of a person like this, because it is no joke. So please leave your comments down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Please share this as well, guys. And I know it's controversial, right? Because I'm this Christian girl and here I am coming from a totally different perspective. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys feel. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.